12:30, Wednesday, April 10th, and we did hit 266 a couple hours ago, and it settled back into right around the 250 range, Bitcoin. And we're probably going to stay flatlined for quite a while today. I don't expect any much rise, and if it trades sideways, I'll be happy. Might go down a couple bucks into the 40s, but I don't think it's going to go much lower than that. This has been a blast watching a real market, one that's not totally hammer fucked by those counterfeiting pieces of shit over at the Treasury and the Federal Reserve. So, I'm not expecting to see, probably run up to 280 overnight tonight. If these patterns keep up, I don't know. It's, my last couple calls have been dead on, and it's a lot easier to do that when you don't have a bunch of fuckheads shorting everything, naked, like in the silver market. I'd go out and buy one if you can. Buy half a coin. Buy some little piece of it, because it'd be fun to be a part of it. And I'm actually now accepting Bitcoin for payment in my business, because I can take that as an instant payment. The stuff is verified really quickly, and if I want to change it into dollars, I can sell it. I can sell it on one of the markets, and then have that money deposited into my account. So I'm looking at Bitcoin as good as cash. There it is. It's I see it's safer than a check, but not as good as cash. But there's a little bit the price might drop. Say I seal coat a driveway for $250, and somebody pays me with a Bitcoin, one even Bitcoin, and by the time I get home, it's down to 200, on the exchange. I am taking that risk, but if we get a couple of business owners to start accepting Bitcoin as payment, especially for the purchase of food and fuel, those are going to be the two big ones. If you can get acceptance in these markets to take food and fuel for the Bitcoin, you'll see a greater and greater acceptance of this as a legitimate currency. So I'm doing my little part with my little one-man business, and I'm accepting Bitcoin, and I hope to find some decal stickers or something I can throw on the truck. I used to have the Visa MasterCard stickers. Well, I ripped them off because I'm not doing that crap anymore. And so I'm looking for a Bitcoin decal for my truck. As far as price the next couple of days, I'm being a lot more conservative here. We could see a run up to 280 tonight. It'll be overnight by the time we can see it in the morning, and then probably by Friday afternoon, Saturday, let's say Sunday morning, we'll probably have seen $300 Bitcoin. So I look at the amount of currency that's been issued. It's 11 million units. I did get a comment in one of my last videos saying that gold to silver ratio, mining is 14 to 1. That is wrong. If you look at the 2012 USGS statistics for mining output just in the United States, I'm not talking globally, I'm talking just the United States. The U.S. silver mines put out just over 1,000 U.S. tons, or better known as short tons, which is 2,000 pounds, just over 1,000 tons of silver, but they mined 230 metric tons of gold. And metric tons is like 2,200 pounds. So you do all the conversions and all that, it works out to about 4 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold mined just in the U.S. And, you know, when these revaluations come, when the currency, when the dollar is destroyed, and we start going to, you know, using gold and silver, I'm not going to be accepting no 14 to 1 or no 50 to 1 or any of that other kind of ratio for my silver to gold. I'm going to be looking at a 4 to 1 because that's what's coming out of the ground. It ought to be even less than that because above ground supplies, there's like 4 or 5 times more gold than there is silver, and the industrial applications of silver are way more than there is gold. So that brings that 4 to 1 ratio down even further. And that's why I agree that the end point of the gold-silver ratio, like Chris Duane has suggested, has been 1 to 1. I can see that because of all of these other, you know, inputs. So 14 to 1, nah. Look at the numbers for 2012. You've got to incorporate the dropping ore grades. It's getting harder and harder to mine this stuff. They're having to go through more and more ore to get the same amount of, you know, silver and gold out of it. And, you know, the price of that's only going to go up. I do see a short squeeze. We're seeing massive withdrawals from the COMEX depositories. So, you know, I think there's going to be a mad rush out of the paper silver, which is going to lower prices and into the physical market. And eventually we'll see that divergence with massive premiums on the physical. And also keep your eye on the Shanghai exchange, which we're going to see a much more accurate price. So that's all for now. Bitcoin will be stalled out for a little bit, trade sideways, probably see 300 by the end of the weekend. And, you know, this is a bottom in silver. We probably won't see under 28 again. So if you've got any dry powder and you want to get it into silver, now is definitely a good time. And I don't think that prices getting any lower are going to, if the price does go lower, and we saw this when silver was 26 and change, the premiums are only going to go up because there was a lot of buying in at 32 to 33, and anybody holding physical is not going to sell it for less than, you know, 32, 33, you know, most of the time 35. You go on Craigslist and look at people selling bullion silver, 1 ounce, either bars or rounds or whatever. It's hard to find anybody selling less than 35 an ounce. So don't let that paper price fool you. If you get into the coin shop, the coin shop guy wants a $4 premium on an eagle, you know, and the eagle works out to be in 20 or 33, go ahead and get it because you're not going to get it any cheaper anywhere else. And also remember, when you go to your local coin shop, you know, you're talking to people. I've had some of the best conversations about monetary policy and all that kind of stuff, talking to the customers and the staff at my local coin shop. And, you know, you're not having to pay for shipping. You are having to pay for fuel to drive down there, but you're not not having to pay a shipping. So just some things to think about. That's all for now.